Yeah.
Did you get who you wanted?
We're really pleased. We got 2 of our top 5 rated players on our board at 8 and 9. So we feel that's a pretty big success for us, considering where we started with our picks.
We'll start with Bo Landry. What do you like in him?
Football player. You know, as you guys know, you've been around here a long time. We like football players. Guys who know how to play the game. They play it physical. They love the game. He's going to be a really good special teams player initially for us, and just love his attitude and his desire to be a really good football player.
Evan Gill?
Same thing. Good football player. Really liked him on film. Great work ethic. A guy that gives us quality depth. We've stacked up some pretty big assets in that position right now. We need some things to clear up for us, you know, in that position, and this allows us to have a lot of options there.
There was a lot of trade action.
And the other thing is too, he was by far the best player on the board, at least on our board at that pick. It wasn't even close.
A lot of action via the trade route in round 1.
Yeah.
Were you in any of those discussions at all?
Well, as it worked out, we didn't need to trade up to get 2 of our top 5. You know, won't make any more comments than that. You know, there's a lot of action going on.
There was a guy that you talked about wanting to get at 9. Was he there for you when you were?
We knew that was going to be a really big long shot, and you know that individual was not. But we're really happy that 2 of our top 5 were there at 8 and 9. We didn't expect that either.
Okay. You stacked up with Canadian linebackers quite a bit. Is there a potential to look at playing Canadian there on a longer term basis, or is
there might be?
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We're excited about the development of some of our younger guys. You know, as I said, going into this draft, I mean, we feel great about our current Canadian content, and feel like we've got some pretty good players right now, and quality depth right now on our team. So really, we got down to where we were picking was taking the best players that we had on our board at that point.
There's a big gap between your next pick now. Do you envision you guys trying to move up at all?
We might try. I don't know what the probabilities are of that. We're pretty happy where we're at. You know, I mean, you never know. I mean, based on the first round and how things transpired in the first round, I mean, who knows? But you know, I don't think that's a very high likelihood.
Did the flurry of activity make it more difficult to plan and to get things done? Like it was pretty chaotic.
No, we had a plan on who we wanted as priority all the way through, and as guys came off the board and as picks moved around and positions changed, you know, it affected that. But it was, for us, we had a pretty definite plan, and we tracked it pretty well, and discussions that we had, you know, either came through or expired without any interest.
Duvernay Tardif was the #1 ranked player according to the Scouting Bureau.
Great player.
Yeah, was he at all in the consideration for you guys, or did the NFL draft kind of scare you away?
Well, no. I mean, obviously it would scare us away. I mean, we tried to get some guys that we thought could help our football team, you know, and take the best players that are available. Yeah. You know, I think he's got a chance to stick. I think he's a really good player. He's probably one of the best offensive lineman talents that I have seen in my time up here as a coach.
There was some discussion that you might be looking for defensive back depth, given that you've got 2 guys potentially starting back there. Do you feel comfortable where you are now with your current depth?
Yeah, I'm totally comfortable with it. We depth in that position doesn't necessarily mean that's what we do in an injury situation. We have depth in other positions too. I think that's the advantage of what we've done is we've created flexibility from a ratio standpoint, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So it doesn't necessarily mean that a Canadian DB goes down that we have to put in a backup Canadian DB. Not with the development of our other guys.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay. Thanks, guys.